This podcast is usually a one-man show, but today we have an extremely important guest, and it is
me.
This is my girlfriend, Pia. We've been dating for 2 years and a couple of months, and today we're going to talk to you about the story of how we met, a little bit of our dynamic, our very peculiar living situation last year, and how we're dealing with long distance. Let's talk about it.
What's up, crew?
Well, in my opinion, boy, what the hell, boy, you need to ask yourself, why aren't you? Kind of controversial, but I don't think we should. I just broke down crying. You're listening to Free to Grow with Jerome and Baga. New episode every Thursday.
What's up, crew? You're listening to episode 16, Meet My Girlfriend. Here she is in the flesh.
Hi.
Before we dive into the episode, quick note. I haven't been posting episodes recently, specifically in the month of December 2025. I apologize for that, but we are back to our regular scheduled programming, except for the fact that now I'll be dropping episodes every Tuesday instead of every Thursday. And I can't wait to see you there. Okay, let's dive right into it. I know it's the new year and everyone's looking forward and everything, but maybe let's rewind a little bit and talk about how we met. We've been dating for a bit over 2 years now, so it's definitely been a while, and it all started on this river called the Moisey.
Basically, we went on a month-long canoe trip together. Pretty random. And we were just friends there, and then dot. It's all history from there.
Boy,
With barbecue chicken from there.
I didn't think she actually liked me very much on the trip because I was just very like...
No. That's how our freaking goes. I not know that you liked me because you were acting the same way towards me and everyone else.
No, I was just very friendly.
It could be flirty, but you're just friendly to everyone.
Yeah, I was just being friendly.
So how was I supposed to know if it was special for me?
And it was like also a situation that very much called for everyone to be friendly to everyone, because like it was us.
Yeah.
And how many? 6 of?
8 other kids and 2
Are there
trippers.
12 total or 8 total?
10.
10. Yeah, 10. Yeah. There's 10 kids and then 2 trippers, like 2 adults. So these are only 12 people you're seeing for an entire month. So like you better get along with them,
11
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No. But you only started acting out at the end. We were friends the whole time.
But I think I was really happy that we did that because like it's at the same time, like as much as you want to be close to people, like imagine you like you're going to be seeing this person every single waking second for the next month with only 10 other people around you.
Seeing them when they haven't showered in a month.
Yeah. So like, I don't know, maybe confessing your feelings and then them rejecting you is probably not the most ideal situation. Or even if it did go well, it would just, I don't know, I'd probably be trying to like act cooler or something like that.
And it's weird as hell to like get with someone on trip. That's disgusting.
Okay, it's not disgusting. It's just different. It's just different. It's just more messy.
In like 30 days.
It's just...
And you have to share a tent with someone else.
Yeah, it's just more complicated, I guess.
Anyways, but that was never even a thing, so.
Yeah.
It only became a thing later.
Yes, but there was this one moment for sure that I knew I liked her for sure. I was kind of scared to act on it. Well, actually,
When?
I did try to act on it.
When?
Later on in the canoe trip, and
What?
we got paired together one day to
Wait,
canoe.
what's the one thing?
I don't remember what I said or something, but she told me that I give short king energy. It's like, what the fuck? I was like, okay, well, holy...
You got mad at me and talked to me the whole day.
I was like, holy airball.
So
Oh my
you
god.
hated me.
Well, because you said I have short king energy.
Well, I was tired and just had no filter.
She's a rage baiter. Anyways, the moment that I really
And you had a fragile ego.
I did. The moment that I really the moment that I knew I really liked her for sure was when we were canoeing together and we were going down a rapid, and I definitely liked to go towards all of the big waves.
We had a route. We had a route.
We did have a route. I decided that was not where we needed to go in that moment. I decided we needed to go to the bigger waves. So we went, and it was so fun. It was so fun. Our canoe was going up and down, like in the wave train. It was super cool. There weren't any rocks necessarily. It was just a bunch of wavy
deep water.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of like wavy, deep wave train, which was super cool. It was super fun. But then as a result, we just started taking on too much water. Like, it's not like we hit anything and sunk. It's just too much water was coming into the boat. Like, I was in the back and she was the front. And if the boat would like climb up a wave and I would see her, she would be like a meter up in the air. Our canoe's like literally vertical in the air.
And then there'd be a tsunami crashing down on me. Like, I literally got waterboarded.
Yeah, she'd go up and
laugh.
I was laughing my head off the entire time. And then eventually we took on too much water. We flipped over on our side and we fell in the water. If you've gone canoeing before, you know it's not painful. You just fall into the water. It's not painful. It's only painful if you hit something, but it's not painful.
That was like the best day to tip because it was like the one sunny day.
Yeah.
The whole trip was like raining and cold.
For sure. Like 100%.
And the water there is so cold because in like northern Quebec.
Yeah. Wow. That's
and all the water comes from like mountains, so it's like freezing.
I don't know if we ever said this, but for context, this was August 2023.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're out on the boot. Little babies. We're out in the water. Our canoe's upside down and like stuff is kind of spilling out of the canoe, like, you know, like food packs and all that kind of stuff. And one thing also comes out of the canoe, and it's a bottle of hand sanitizer.
And we were looking for it before because you blamed me for losing it because after we made lunch. Oh yeah, because we made lunch and he sliced your finger open and you're like, don't tell anyone. And it was like a deep cut and he was bleeding into the food. No. But it wasn't the food I was eating because I was vegetarian. He was cutting the chicken.
It was like one very tiny drop.
And he was bleeding everywhere.
No, I was not bleeding everywhere.
Don't tell them.
Someone else was also there.
That's when we lost the hand sanitizer and then I got blamed for it. Then when we tipped, it floated out of our boat because it had air in the bottle. And I saw it floating in the water.
And then she yelled, Jerome, your hand sanitizer. And I was just like laughing my head off as we were getting thrown and tossed around our waves. Like we were getting like thrown. These waves are just like going up and down like meters. It was crazy. But it was safe to like laugh and everything because like it was just like a bunch of deep waves. There weren't really any rocks. And then it just like eddied out into this nice like big kind of lake area. So it wasn't dangerous. It was just like a roller coaster kind of. But yeah, I just specifically remember that moment because it was just peak. Love ya.
Love ya.
Anyways,
then we go back to Toronto.
And tell them.
And yeah, we dated in Toronto for like almost the 2 years of our relationship. And we definitely went through some ups and downs, but we figured out how to make it work. And yeah.
Yeah, it's a very summarized version. Okay.
So yeah, we go back to the city. We were in a bit of different situations. We went to different schools. Although his school was kind of close to like my area, he lived really far away.
I lived in Etobicoke, and it was more like not Etobicoke. Well, actually, yeah, we lived in Vaughan, and then at a different point, I lived in Etobicoke. Yeah, because my family history is a lot more like wonky or whatever.
As you would know if you listened to the first episode.
Hell yeah, she's the plug.
So yeah. But in the city, we spent a lot of time together.
We did. Over
the course of 2 years, we spent like so much time together. Towards the end, we were spending like every single day together. And we were like living together for a bit. So yeah.
Yeah, that kind of expanded on that a little bit. One thing that was really, really prevalent in our relationship then and even now is just that we just come from very different like families and backgrounds, and that just affected us in many different ways. And I feel like we'll talk on this later, but that just definitely changed our perception, I guess, and also just knowledge of communication and our own preferred love languages and how we operate as individual people. And so it was kind of a bit of a challenge to get to like know to like our system, I guess, our groove.
Yeah, that was probably our biggest barrier.
And I think
when we first started dating, we were like kids. So I mean, we still are.
Yeah.
But like we both never really been in like an actual relationship. And so like actually it was kind of shocking that we realized that you actually have to like put in work and figure things out. And yeah, we figured it out.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we did. Because like, okay, not to flex on everyone, but like kind of flex on everyone. Being in a relationship is really hard, really, really, really hard. And I feel that probably if your relationship is like super easy, I mean, I'm talking more closer to about the beginning. No, not the beginning. Just like after a couple months or whatever, and things are still super easy, then hey, maybe that's just you guys, but maybe I feel for the most part, all relationships are going to be really hard at some point, because it's hard for even people who see the other person and are like, yeah, like I choose this person's really great for me, they fit me in all these ways. It's still really hard to like kind of bring these two people together so that they can function in a relationship, because there's still like on the surface, maybe you're like, oh yeah, we're into so many of the interests together, like we have the like compatible love styles or whatever, all this kind of stuff. But then when you go beneath that, like who this person is like actually, especially when they're alone and all that other kind of stuff, it becomes a lot harder for people to like connect more. So like so for example, let's talk about like love languages. Like maybe you want to explain like what your love languages are, kind of.
Yeah, I feel like love language and also like communication styles, because like I feel like we both require a different amount of communication.
Yeah.
Uh,
Such as?
for different things. Like you like to know a lot of the details of everything and like have everything planned and stuff, whereas like, and I also like to know that stuff when like I don't like, obviously no one likes to be like not know the full story or anything, but or just a bit different in that way. Where I feel like I'm okay to just hear like the overall thing. Anyways, I don't know if that made sense. But then there's also like love languages, which is like both giving and receiving, because there could be like a love language that I like, but you don't really like giving it all the time.
Such as?
Like that. Like I like acts of service and stuff like that. If you're like helping me do something, I really like that. But obviously you're not always in the position to do that, so that causes conflicts and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's important also because that's an interesting one for me, which by the way, I do like providing acts of service now. I feel like anyone that like knows me like as a friend, if they had to guess like what love language I like to give, it would be acts of service. But I wasn't really able to realize that until I started dating her, which is kind of like the amazing part of being in a relationship with someone, is they teach you a lot about yourself. Because I do really like doing things for other people, not in like a people pleaser way, but just like it makes me happy, you know. I like to see someone enjoying something or doing something and be like, hey, I was a part of that, like that's great. But I feel like I wasn't able to recognize that before, because coming from like different places in my family and stuff like that, I just saw like doing things for other people as like a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like if you're telling me to do something, you're like trying to take control over me or whatever. So I was just very anti that. I kind of had like a bubble around me. So I had to learn how to work that through and stuff like that. Yeah.
And his love language is definitely words of affirmation. Well, he also likes physical touch, but like, yeah, talking. At the start of our relationship, that was a big thing because I never wanted to talk. Because I never really talked like with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I've talked to people, but like
Yeah,
it's never always been that necessary to always talk about everything. But we both learned that for a relationship to work, you have to talk about everything, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty hard for me to do at the start. I would always just be like, if anything, like just kind of made me feel badish, like didn't want to talk about it because I didn't even want to like think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then he would get like driven crazy because
Oh my god,
he never knew what I was thinking or what I was feeling. So definitely communication. I don't even know if that's a love language, but that's his love language.
yeah, that's fine because I feel like my biggest thing is I just like to know where I stand with people.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely gotten a lot better over the years, specifically the last 2 years that I've been dating this wonderful woman, that I've needed it less. And like the need for me to know where I stand with other people has gone down because like before it was kind of just like anxious, like, oh my gosh, does this person like me right now or whatever. But having her just kind of provides me with that sense of security where it's like, I don't really care. Because I've heard, and I also have a lot of ton of like other good friends. So I'm just coming from a place of confidence in general, but the need to know where I stand with other people. Wait, I lost my train of thought. Pause. What did you just say before I said?
It's like you never knew what I was thinking.
Oh yeah. But the need to know where I stood with other people, really changed when I started to date her, because for me, the people that just like tick me off the most, not annoy me, but just tick me off, are just when I can't understand them, right? And she has this face sometimes, not anymore, but it's like earlier on in our relationship when she didn't want to talk about something or anything, where it was just like impossible, like to read what she was thinking, and that just like really like scared me in general.
Like the other thing is, like I would never want to actually have a serious conversation or like a fight, I guess, like hand quotations, is that what was I saying? Because like everyone kind of like, I don't know, it just feels like, oh, if you have a fight with like your boyfriend, then you're gonna break up, like they're gonna hate you, if you like, I don't know. So I feel like a lot of people just think that way, and then it turns into like just avoiding conflict rather than actually solving it. And we quickly realized that we have to solve everything.
Yeah, because
even tiny little things.
Because you just gotta like the more you let it build up, it's just like the worse it gets. It just
And we
the worse it gets. Yeah, we still do.
Like even if there's something, like if I said something with the tone, and then later he'd be like, what the heck? Not what the heck, but like
just
in a nice
program
way.
Over here.
In a nice way. He'll be like, I'm talking about that, and then I'll be like, oh, it's because you did this earlier and I was just feeling still kind of frustrated, whatever. Then we talk about it, and then it's good.
Yeah.
And then also you don't realize that you feel so much better. It's so much, I think it's kind of hard to like see the end result when you're like upset about something, frustrated with something that your like partner did. But then after you actually talk about it and like you figure it out, it feels so much better to have that like weight lifted rather than just like suppress it.
Yeah, because it's like I feel like actually understood by you, like when we finish a conversation.
And hopefully you can feel confident that they won't do that thing again,
Exactly.
Or you like have set up a system where that won't bother you anymore.
Exactly. That's just like, yeah, perfectly said.
So anyways, we were basically living together, spending every single day together. Then at the end of the summer.
Oh wait, pause. Rerun. Did we fully explain that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we fully explained.
No, but it doesn't matter.
Wait, essentially.
I'll do it.
Okay. Sorry.
Alright, explain. Basically, Jerome kind of just got like ditched out of his house. He had nowhere to live anymore. So then he lived in my house, which was great. Well, I'm just its own.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
You're looking at me like that.
No, it obviously comes with its own challenges. Like everyone has, like everyone can't spend every second with someone without having any conflict.
Yeah, it's impossible.
People get annoyed with each other. It's
Mhm.
natural. But obviously we had to figure that out.
Mhm.
Anyways, so yeah, so we ended up spending like every single day together, basically. You know,
And I feel like that also really forced us to like fast track our relationship because we were in grade 12 living together and like actually living together, like eating breakfast, we'd go off to separate schools, but then we'd come back and it's like bang, bang. And it's just like, it's just a lot, especially like, I don't know, I was frustrated with her in the night, we'd sleep on it, go to school, come back, builds up more, So it was just forced us to fast track our relationship a lot. Which was good, it was good. Yeah. It was also really just cool living with her. It was obviously extremely helpful for my life. And also just meeting her family more, hanging out with them more. Super great. So yeah, anyways.
Yeah, then obviously we were on a ticking time bomb because we were both really scared for going long distance because we obviously knew the whole summer that at the end of the summer we'd be moving away from each other. So yeah, I feel like the fears, I honestly wasn't even that scared.
I was terrified.
Because like, I don't know, we like had so much like trust and stuff. So there was no fear of like cheating. I don't think.
No.
Like, I know a lot of other people, like that's the main fear, that their boyfriend's just gonna go cheat on them and like there's no way to know what they're doing.
Church guy.
Yeah.
He's in the video.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So, but that wasn't really a thing. That would never happen.
Wait, I just want to touch on that real quick, actually. For me, I feel that it wasn't a fear at all that the version of Pia I knew was going to cheat on me. Like, not at all. Like, this is where my mindset was in August, like before university start. Oh yeah, for context, she goes to McGill, I go to Dalhousie, quite separate on the map of Canada. Both in the same country. We get to see each other over the holidays and reading week, like FaceTime, all that kind of stuff. But yep, just a long distance.
A plane
pretty scary
away, which makes it very accessible.
Yeah, you can't really drive.
Or
there's no
really do, like, a
train.
weekend trip.
Yeah. It's not a weekend trip at all, which
And
is
also
really annoying.
Costs a lot of money.
Yeah. So anyways, so I wasn't worried at all that the version of Pia I knew was going to cheat on me, but it was more like, what if she gets there and then like completely changes, because people are always talking about like, university is the time you're going to change, grow, meet people, become a whole different person kind of thing, which is wonderful. And I want to do that too. Like I wanted to go to university, make all these friends, change, grow, not change like I hated myself, but just like I want to grow, like everyone wants to. And obviously my ultimate goal is to grow as much as a person as I can be and do that alongside her, like while we're growing and support each other. But it was just kind of scary of like, oh, maybe what if she finds someone better? Like I never thought that you were gonna cheat on me ever. It was more just like emotional, like, oh, like what if you got like emotionally attached to this person or something like that.
Yeah.
But that was more just fear, not like anything to do with you specifically.
But we talked about all this stuff beforehand, which I feel like is the biggest thing for people going long distance. You can't just go long distance without talking about it.
No, you gotta talk about it.
Because obviously both people are thinking about it.
And then when thinking about the whole college experience narrative and missing out on it, I think people make it a bigger, like, complex problem or like unknown than it actually is. It comes down to just being straight up honest with yourself. And I think maybe if you're in a relationship right now and you guys are doing long distance or in person and you're in university, maybe you're about to do university / college, I think it's important to actually sit down by yourself, like not with your partner, just like sit down by yourself and reflect, hey, do I want to be a part of hookup culture in university? And if you do, good for you. Like I personally think go out there, do your thing. You want to do some more exploring before you settle down and choose a partner. But if you feel that you found the person that you want and that matches you very well, and that, let's just say, you want to grow beside, then I don't think it's even like making a decision, because like finding a person that special to you, it's kind of just like an automatic thing in your head. But essentially the whole point is that if you're considering it, just if you're already considering it, then that's maybe a sign that it's okay. Maybe it's time, like the person you're with, your time is over. It's okay. They served a great time in your life, but now you want to do something else.
And one thing I just want to say about that is maybe not. Because if you're considering like breaking up because it's you want to get the college experience, you should think about like why you're thinking that way. Is it just like FOMO, like peer pressure, or is it something you actually want for yourself? Like, I think a lot of people choose to like break up for university for the college experience because of like what people are doing around them and like fear of missing out. But yeah, if you actually like your priorities for yourself is that you just want to be more like carefree and stuff like that, then yeah, maybe that's the right choice. But you should think about why you think that way.
Pretty much in essence, all the common fears about long distance can be honestly answered fairly easy, as long as you sit down and have like completely honest reflection with yourself, and then after that an in-depth conversation with your partner about where your head's at, where their head's at, and how you can make it work, because everyone's different. Every individual person has different needs, and every type of couple has different needs. So yeah. And yeah, how do you think we've been handling it so far? First semester down, free break.
I think we did good. It's obviously hard, like as it is for everyone, but it wasn't that bad. I feel like the most important thing was definitely like being transparent and talking as much as like our schedules permitted, which doesn't always mean every single like day consistently or at the same time or like whatever. Like it could just mean like a really short call one day or like a really long call the next day. And it's just about not like putting all of the pressure on the other person, because we're both just trying to figure it out.
100%. Because like some things, well, not some things, you kind of just have to recognize that there's just so many things that are out of your control. For example, schedules, like for just like our class schedules. I think this last semester they went together pretty good. Like there wasn't too many problems. But like it's pretty common, and probably will be common at some point, that like our class schedules will just like, I don't know, always be opposite or something, and you just can't control that. Or for example, like ultimate practice or something will be in the nighttime. And
the other thing is, I mean, it's not that big, but there's a 1 hour time difference. So especially if our usual plan is to call like before bed, and we're both trying to like go to bed at a decent hour or whatever, if I want to call right before my bedtime, that's me forcing him to stay up like an hour later. So then it's like,
exactly,
kind of hard. That was pretty hard, but we
figured it out. I feel like there's kind of pros and cons, especially when it's only an hour, because don't get me wrong, there's a lot worse time differences than an hour, but an hour, I don't know, there's pros and cons, because for me, I'm ahead an hour, which is kind of good, because sometimes it kind of means that if I'm awake, there's a high chance that she's awake. Obviously a con for her is that means if she's awake, there's a chance I might not be awake. But also a con for me is sometimes it means I'm getting ready to go to bed. Like, for example, I don't know, it's like 10 p.m. or something, and I want to go to bed. I go to bed later than that. But let's just say it's like 10 p.m. and I'm ready to go to bed, but it's 9 p.m. for her, and she's still before her bedtime. Like, I don't know, like a late at the gym or like a late dinner. She's not fully at the bedtime part yet.
And then when I had practice, it would go until like 11 my time, which means if I wanted to call him after practice, I'm expecting him to stay up till midnight, which isn't always doable. So it's not really fair.
So yeah, it's kind of just like, you kind of have to recognize there's a lot out of your control. And the biggest thing is, honestly, I don't even know what the word for it. It's not like necessarily forgiveness, but it's just like recognizing that the other person is also in a situation that's like, understanding. That's the word. Yeah. She's so smart. That is like, is like new for them. That is like new for them as well. Like, sometimes I would just be feeling like really overwhelmed with like work or whatever, and all the deadlines coming, stressed about XYZ. And then sometimes I'll just kind of meet her in that moment. Like, I just want to be on FaceTime or just like do something with her and feel that connection. But it's like, hey, this person is also in university, and also like, we're adults, but like we're still like university students. Like, we're pretty much kids, and can't just to. And so it's okay to understand that. And so sometimes it's hard to accept, especially in hard times. But you just kind of have to try your best to respect your own boundaries and like grow as a person, and definitely don't take time away from like your own life. Like for example, stopping Ultimate so you could find time to FaceTime me or something. But then also just trying your best to show up when you can.
The other thing that we did, and we definitely had to like figure out how to do it properly, was trying to like keep doing like dates, I guess, even if they weren't really dates, like, or they weren't at all the same as what we used to do.
Trust me, we did some bangers. Yeah, I correct her person. Sorry. Yeah, when we were in person, I was saying we did some.
We had some good dates.
I planned a lot of really
but trying to do something like an activity or something that's not just like a regular FaceTime call to talk about our day or whatever. So some things that we did were we ordered each other like a meal or a dessert on Uber Eats. The only issue that we ran into with this is that Jerome obviously lives in Halifax, which is a much smaller town, and things aren't open very late.
Yeah, the things close so early.
And usually we'd be calling like late. So it'd be like we try and get like a dessert or like a late night, sweet treat. And he could order me something at any time because it's Montreal. There's always something open. But
Halifax, like
sometimes we'd be like, oh my gosh, let's do this, and then we'd be like, oh shoot, it's closed.
So it's so bad, guys. You don't understand. It's
just a big difference because we both lived in a big city.
Yeah, because like looking from Toronto, especially like living right on Bloor, like food options are like unlimited, and then I go to Halifax, and it's like 11 p.m. my time. I'm just super tired. Been a super long day, and like I'll open Uber and look at the options in Montreal. And it's just like crepe places, desserts, poutines. Like, oh my gosh. And then in Halifax, the only things like open past 11 p.m. are like McDonald's and Burger King. And trust me, I can muck those up from time to time, but it's just like, damn.
So we did that a couple times. We also started, it's kind of cringe, started playing Roblox together, which is a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
I know it's cringe, but yeah. Or like any video game like that is good. I feel like we could do something else like Minecraft or something, but Roblox is like silly and fun. And like low pressure.
Exactly. Yeah, because I think also video games in general, I feel like are just really good, especially if you're doing long distance, because it's like you guys are there together physically doing something. It's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like you're going to like Sky Zone together or like a theme park together, because like it's like you're there together physically. And I think this is kind of a deeper underlying thing, although you don't have to talk about it. But I feel like doing video games is kind of like an acknowledgement, understanding. It's like sometimes you're not always in the mood to talk or whatever. Sometimes it's just been a long day. You just want to sit back and relax. And also that sometimes you're just going to be tired, and the length that you can talk about is short. So it also helps you get out of that bad cycle of like, how's your day? Good. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. And watching shows also.
Yeah, and then we also started watching shows together. We had a couple shows that we'd started like watching together when we were spending all our time together. So we had to figure out a way to watch them together.
Like Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, we watched Bob's Burgers. Love that. There's a couple of things that you can use, like apps and stuff. And like I remember during COVID there was like Netflix parties, but I'm pretty sure they got rid of that. I don't know. For some reason it's like it wasn't as easy. We tried to do that. And then what ended up working was we would use Google Meet, and then for some reason it only worked on my computer, maybe because it's older. I could like screen share our show. That worked. So we could still see each other. We had our little faces like next to it, and we could like still interact while we watched it, like react and stuff, which was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like a nice way to be there together, and we could also be nonverbal if we wanted to, and
Exactly.
look at each other and watch.
Yeah, it's really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Oh wait, and then
What?
he came to visit me, as you saw in his episodes.
It was the last episode.
The last episode?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, last episode. He came to visit me, and then that was really good. Talked about that already. But then I feel like after that visit, we were just like a lot stronger. Because before we were like, and I think you kind of fall into this like routine of you don't like really realize that the other person is like a real person anymore. Yeah, because you're only ever talking to them online, and
It's like an online like imaginary friend.
exactly.
Right. Like I never see. It's like
they're not. It doesn't feel like they're as physically present in your life anymore.
Especially when like other things in your life are like super physically present.
Yeah.
Such as like your homework that's piling up or whatever, or like your roommate or something like that. It's like, are they really, really there?
Yeah. So then after the visit where we spent some time together, it felt a lot like a nice reminder that we're still actually like here.
Exactly. I feel like we also had like a lot of good conversations over the break.
Yeah.
It was my reading week. We had a lot of good conversations.
We talked about everything that was working, that wasn't working with our current like long distance situation. And yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the jazz from all the way to the beginning to here in 2 years and September, October, November, December. Yeah, 2 years and 3 months. When this is getting posted up, 2 years and 3 months. 2 years and 3 months.
Closer to 4 months.
Okay, 4 months. I very, very, very much love her. She is the most amazing person I have ever met in my life. She's very, very beautiful, very funny. And most of all, she's just made me a lot more confident in who I am as a person. But that's not necessarily the important part. It's more from that confidence I've just been able to build a more structured person that's like less changeable to my environment. It's like more like I get to decide when I'm changing, not my environment decides. It's like I change my environment doesn't change me, kind of thing. I'm more like structured as a person, and from that structure I've just been able to start so many cool projects and invest more of myself into friendships and chase after friendships that I want, and just chase after goals that I want more. For example, this podcast. I'm so much more able to put myself out there without care, because I know like at the end of the day I have her. And I don't know, I'm going to make a separate episode about this, between the difference between like communication and connection versus like overdependency and like yada 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 yada, because there's a huge difference, and the stuff I'm saying could be confused for either or the other. But essentially, essentially, she's made me a lot more confident in who I am as a person, and that allowed me to chase after my goals. And
Yeah, I feel like I have definitely noticed you become more confident and like flourish, which is really nice to see. And I also like have learned a lot about myself and feel like I've become a better person and more of like the kind of person that I want to be since we've been together. And
yeah, good stuff.
that's
Good stuff.
last thing. To all the real ones watching, have you noticed anything?
Oh yeah, to all the real ones watching, you're not listening.
You notice anything different?
To
all the listeners.
On January 1st, 2026, she cut off my dreads, and I
Well, making it sound like I did this to you.
No. Yeah, I begged.
Like to give you a buzz cut.
Yeah. She thought I was going to be extremely chopped. I thought I was going to be extremely
say that.
She did say that.
No, I cannot.
I said I'm accepting the choppedness. I said I'm accepting the choppedness.
I did not say that you would be chopped, but you're not chopped, so that's a win. Yeah, we gave him a buzz cut, and then yesterday we went through 3 or 4 rounds of bleach to make it a bleach buzz cut.
It was a lot. It took a lot.
Dennis Rodman, dimming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it's given. Frank Ocean. So that's the vibe for now. Not sure how long I'm going to keep it. Not sure what I'm going to do with it next. But I love it. Just kind of had to be done. That's how I describe it.
Mine next.
Yep. She's going to go blonde next and then cut down to a buzz cut. Maybe. We'll see. That'll be so fire. Also, guys, for the real ones that stuck around to the end, kind of an egotistical thing to say. Don't care. But
egotistical.
But I think we are very iconic, and one day we are going to see an Instagram post, either me or her. Hashtag go follow her Instagram account. But anyways,
hashtag follow pia.bell_.
You can find her on Instagram.
You can find me on Jerome's account.
Anywhere on my account, yeah. But anyways, you're gonna see an Instagram post one day where it's gonna be like both of us, and we're gonna have blonde buzzes. And it's gonna be tough as hell. It's gonna be tough as hell.
We'll see about that.
No, but yeah.
Also, if any of you guys have been wondering what I've been playing with this whole episode, this is my Nito. Her name is Finkel, and I got her for Christmas. Her own.
What?
Jam.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Go get yourself a Nito right now.
Yep.
And here's my tip. If you want it to get firm, put it in the freezer for a little bit.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It was amazing to talk to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit about our story, and all that jazz. And also, one more thing. I know we keep saying also. It's kind of our thing.
Our thing.
My
You're in the opera.
I think we're a great couple. I love this girl so much and everything. But if you're in a relationship, or if you're trying to get in a relationship, it's really, really, really easy to look at other relationships and be like, oh my God, they're so perfect. They're like my end game or whatever. But just really, really like unless you genuinely think that you are exactly like me or Pia, and the person you're in a relationship with, you're trying to get in a relationship with, is exactly like me and Pia, then our story does not have to be your story. Our journey, what worked for us, is highly likely not going to be what works for you, whatever. You're your own individual person. Don't like try and reduce yourself into not being an individual person. You know, you have your own needs, you have your own thing you need. There's no perfect couple. You know, everyone has their thing. Just do your thing. You know, love will come.
Communication is key.
Yes, Sirski.
I'll leave you with that.
All right, crew. I will see you in the next episode next Tuesday. Peace out.
Peace out, gamers.
Good job.